All right, so we made a few changes to the system. Nothing major or anything like that. Just a few simple changes. The system's been running without one problem this whole time, and we are really happy with the results so far. Alright, so the first thing you're probably going to notice is that we painted the outside of the swirl filtration black. We were getting just a huge buildup of algae around the outside, and it was giving us some problems, but as you can see, maybe. You can see the system is ready for blowdown, and we got a nice layer of fish waste at the bottom, so I'll be taking care of that. The next change we made was actually painting the outside of the swirl filter, the grow bed black also, because we were getting a buildup of algae inside there as well. All right, so before I show you the floating raft bed, I wanted to give you kind of a reference of an idea of the growth that we have in the floating raft. This is actually a cabbage that came up the same time. The problem was I had to weed one of these beds, and as you can see, I need to do it again, but at the same time, I had to pull one of these cabbage plants out, and I'm going to show you what kind of growth we're seeing versus indoor and outdoor. All right, so you saw the cabbage plant outside, and this is the cabbage plant inside. You can see it's taking over our grow bed, our floating raft. The only reason I left it in there is because I was just putting off doing the videos, putting it off, and the next thing I know, this thing is just huge. I mean, it's just killing our bed. Someone actually just came in here and took a bunch for their salad, but everything else is growing great. I don't know if you can see this too well. This is actually corn that we put in here just to see if it would work, and I'm gonna remove this. This was just an experiment, but as you can see, the corn came up too. You can see that the yellowing of the leaves is a iron deficiency, as we still have not put any chelated iron in the system. But back to the cabbage, this is going to go ahead and be removed. But I mean, you can just see the size of my hand versus these leaves. The growth on this bed has just been crazy. So I need to go ahead and remove this so I can give some of these other this spring mix a better chance of living, because where the cabbage isn't covering it up, everything is just doing great. So we come out here and we'll either pick a giant head of lettuce. You can see this has some burned spots on it, but it's still nice and full. And but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this and see what it looks like. I'm kind of nervous about what's gonna happen when I pull this, but here we go. Okay, so this does not want to come out. That's gonna be a problem. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this off camera. Okay, so the root structure is actually a lot smaller than I had anticipated. It was stuck in there pretty good. So I thought I thought there was just a ton of roots, but it must have just been locked in with the rest of the spring mix. But as you can see, it's a pretty decent sized plant. I wish that I was able to keep this in the floating raft, because it would be really interesting to see how far this would have gone. I'm sure it would have gone all the way. So still nothing in the individual grow beds, but now that this system's been cycling for a few weeks now, I'm sure these are just primed and ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and look, or I guess we're going to figure out which plants we want to put in here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is our fish tank, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can get a look at the fish. I just put the aerators inside of this for now while I'll look at the fish, because it's really hard to see them. So let's see what we can do here. So they're down there. They're doing all right. I think there's 6 or 7 of them in here. We've kind of lost count, but the tank is staying relatively clean. There's some crap floating around there a little bit, but no big deal. So I just wanted to give you guys a look at the fish. Alright, so you guys may have noticed from a previous video that I do my own brewing. And this one goes out to Dwayne, guy at at the plant that I'm doing my internship with gave me some crystal hop rhizomes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these in the ground, or I'm sorry, in these 2 buckets here. Get a couple planted. I've never grown hops before, but I'm very excited to do so because you know, it was always on the list. So I'm gonna get these going, and I'll be back with you. All right, so I guess what I'm gonna do here is, well, actually, let's see how many I got. I know I got a couple. There's a piece right there. There's another piece. There's a pretty good size. And this one's already starting to grow the eyes. All right, so I guess what I'm gonna do is just do 2 per pot and hope for the best. Like I said, I've never done this before. So hopefully if I, you know, if I get pretty good results, I can build a takedown trellis, I guess you could call it, so that I can harvest these hops. So I guess I'm gonna do one on one side and one on the other. So I'll put these 2 in this, over here on this other pot. And I'm just going to go ahead and get one going here. That's probably about there is good. And a little deeper. Put this in the ground. And then I'll do the same for the other side. Okay, I'm going to do the same for the other side, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so I got the rhizomes in the pots. I got 2 in each one, 2 over here, and 2 more on this side. Again, this one goes out to Dwayne. Thank you very much. I appreciate the rhizomes.